That's right, I'm here in a very, very smoky West Glacier. Normally behind me, you could see beautiful mountain ridge, but they're socked in by smoke. And this is actually where a lot of visitors are finding out that they can't go up going to the Sun Road from the west side, but they say despite that, they're gonna try and make the best trip out of it. Back in 2003, the Roberts Fire burned more than 53,000 acres of land just north of Lake McDonald. And now the Howe Ridge Fire is burning all of this new growth and some structures inside of it. I can't even guess how long it would take to take a rag by hand and clean each one of these handles on the kettlebells. But with this new technology, all you have to do is spray it and it's done. One of the biggest parts about this remodel is the new connections between the North Campus and the South Campus, and it's going to have a common area for all students. You might be surprised if I told you all of this green that surrounds me is actually what's left over of a burn from just 3 weeks ago. Senator Tester broke down into tears when he was talking to his supporters, thanking them for their vote, and he also laid out what he plans to do during his third term. Take a look. In fact, Morning Light Coffee roasts over 2,000 pounds of this stuff in a single week through just this machine. With many parts of West Glacier closed, it leaves a lot of visitors wondering what there's still to do in Glacier National Park, but outdoor recreation centers tell me there's plenty to keep you busy. On any given day, upwards of 50 flights can come in and out of Great Falls International Airport. Even when there is inclement weather, the planes still need to keep flying. So the airport has a lot of work to keep the runway clean.
We work around the clock, continuously plowing the snow to keep the surfaces clean for the aircraft.
The snow sweepers and plows are constantly moving, even if a plane is landing or taking off.
The drivers will spend 12 hours in that cab of this runway sweeper and drive upwards of 200 miles in a single shift to make sure that your flight continues on time.
We do most of our snow removal with the brooms on the runway and taxiways just to keep the surfaces as clean as possible.
With 7 machines running at any time and planes to watch out for, the tower coordinates the efforts and uses radio to tell drivers when and where to get off the runway.
2333, hold short of taxiway 5.
There can be just minutes between planes, so drivers have to act quickly to ensure the plane lands or takes off on a clear runway.
Everything we do, we get permission from the tower to be on the different surfaces, the runways, taxiways, and whatnot.
As the snow keeps falling, the crews will continue to work round the clock to keep your flights from being delayed. Reporting in Great Falls, I'm Ricky Blackburn, Montana Right Now. Burgers sizzling, fries frying, and people chatting is what you get when you walk into Roadhouse Diner in Great Falls. They have won numerous awards, and their latest is being named one of the top 25 diners in America. But just 3 years ago, this place wasn't even on the map.
I had been a stay-at-home mom as well, but obviously I'm an emergency room nurse. And this was my husband's dream, really.
I mean, we were just at that right point in life. This was a great location, and everything just happened all at the right moment that we could focus on it, and yeah, kind of live the dream.
But everything wasn't always good for the Beams. They struggled early on, making mistakes, but eventually they found their footing, and their customers are thankful they did.
This is the only place to come if you want a burger. And their breakfast, we've been here for their breakfast too. You want big meals, good price, to where you're waddling out, this is the place to come.
We love the food here.
Yeah, we love it.
It's worth the wait. We have a favorite burger, it's the PB&J, so usually when we come, that's what we get.
And it's their crazy burgers that not only landed Tara on a winning spot on the Guys Grocery Games on the Food Network, but in turn keeps her customers coming back for more and more.
We love having local repeat customers. We've got people that eat here 3 or 4 times a week. It's very flattering.
I've eaten all over the country, and I'll tell you, this is one of the best of the best.
I'm very proud of our community, our customers, because I'm very grateful that I know that this wouldn't be as successful if I didn't have all of them. And to all of them, they are the Roadhouse family.
With the taste of these burgers, it's pretty easy to see why this little place with the big taste has won so many awards. Reporting in Great Falls, I'm Ricky Blackburn, Montana, right now.
Inside the cones, inside the cones. You gotta be inside the cones and pass across the blue line.
Thousands of people came to the Electric City today for the 39th annual Icebreaker Road Race. Many runners were from Great Falls, some from other states, and even a few from other countries. But they all came here for different reasons, some for training, others because of tradition.
I am running the 3-mile race because my grandpa, Lyle Skinner, has run every single 3-mile races since the beginning.
Others came to push themselves faster than they ran in previous years and said they believed the weather would help them.
Better than last year. It was miserable last year. It was raining, cold. This year it's pretty good, a little windy.
The 5-mile race was filled with competition from the start, but as the miles went on, the lead pack dwindled down until one man stood out. He crossed the line a little over 23 minutes in, and being a professional runner, road races like this seemed to be pretty normal for him. But he said the Icebreaker was something special.
You know, not only the 5-mile, the 3-mile, 1-mile, it definitely brings the community together, and I'd like to see it more in other places as well. It's definitely a great representation of what a great community is.
And after all the races, there were some tired faces, but smiles all around. Reporting in Great Falls, I'm Ricky Blackburn, Montana, right now.
Senator Tester broke down into tears when he was talking to his supporters, thanking them for their vote, and he also laid out what he plans to do during his third term. Take a look.
And we've done everything we can do, and we've got a lot more to do to live up to the promises we made our veterans of this country.
Senator John Tester's victory speech touched on a number of topics like Montana values, veterans care, and even forgetting party lines for what's best for this country.
We need to get some things done in Washington, D.C. We need to work together. We need to put aside the political pettiness and work together to get things done.
With one of the most highly anticipated and public races in the country, Tester said this was no easy feat.
This was a tough race. It was a race that broke records, both I believe when it's all said and done, and the number of people who have voted in our great state and the amount of money that was spent. Montanans spoke loud and clear about the direction they want Montana to go and the direction of our state. Because Montanans know the challenges we face. Montanans know what we need in this state as a rural state.
Senator Tester wrapped up with an invite to President Trump to come back to Montana, but this time not for campaigning.
I hope the president comes back. Many times, I do, but not for political rallies, in all seriousness, not for political rallies, but to see the challenges we have in our state.
Now that the senator has been reelected, he says there's still a lot of work to do, and he plans to cross party lines to do it. Reporting live in Great Falls, I'm Ricky Blackburn, Montana, right now.